Good morning from Puntarenas, Costa Rica. No, we have got an adventure plotted today. We have been here before and done a good number of nature adventures, but there's something that Dee has always wanted to go do.
So, I want to go walk in the cloud forest, because it is something you can do on a cruise ship if you have a pretty extended day, because it's about an hour and 45-minute drive each way.
Yeah, now we've had a good amount of onboard credit from booking the entire world, and so we've used onboard credit to do a ship tour called A Walk in the Clouds.
I'm so excited. Nature, it's great for birding. It can be a little chilly up there, hence the raincoat and things like that. So, lots of pictures are coming.
All right, let's get to it.
Yes.
Let's see what is coming along with us today. We have the Tripped Travel Gear backpack, of course, to contain everything. We have a Kindle for Reader Dee and her books, sunglass toppers for her pair eyewear, sunscreen, bug wipes, hair tie, adventure hat with camera, sunglasses, RFID wallet for me, GoPro in case it's a little wet, another adventure hat. Oh yeah, my raincoat's in the closet, but there's Dee's. I'll grab mine on the way out. Let's wash our hands and then buffet. Well, Dee has gone yogurt bowl with pears and sunflower seeds, a couple of zucchini egg muffins, tomato, sausages. I got a little muesli, one of those same egg things, but then a little quiche Lorraine, some cantaloupe, and some stir-fried beef and onions. Princess Theater is the meeting spot for tours. Oh man, no line, no waiting. Looks like our gangway is down on 5.
How do we know what one we are?
Yeah, we got to the theater and found that our group had left early, so let's see if we can locate our bus on our own. We have arrived. They have a restaurant here. I think they said we're going to be doing lunch on site after our stroll, but we're going to spend about an hour and a half walking around in the clouds. Yeah, we've come a good bit north of the town of San Ramon. I guess San Luis officially. We've barely taken a couple of steps inside the entrance and we've got birds. And a backing up truck. I see they've got some breakfast for them out here on this log.
That is incredible. This is the best birding place in the world, they say. And so far, I would have to agree.
That's a nice one. The one with her. That's a highlight.
Well, when your guide gets excited, you know to be excited.
That one, bay-headed tanager. That's a good theme to arrive early. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we are here. We're one of the first groups here, I think.
I think my Merlin app is going to go crazy today.
Canopy San Luis, I guess, is the official name of this property. And yes, they do canopy zipline stuff, which is not why we're here today. But we'll start and end the tour here at this observation deck.
So we saw the woodpecker, we saw some tanagers, we saw some thrush.
The adventure hats are on. You know we're ready.
We look like we're ready to go, yeah.
It is so much cooler temperature-wise up here than where we started.
I'm in a coat, if you'll notice. It's definitely almost coat weather.
Not quite.
For me, it is. Yeah.
Let's head down these stairs. Well, they've got walking sticks up here that can be grabbed.
There's all different heights, too.
Bamboo walking sticks. Yeah, they're thinking about us tall people with all those heights. Canopy tour to the right, bridges tour straight ahead. Yes. So they've got some hummingbird feeders around here, so if we pause in this zone, maybe we'll have some luck.
Tropical mountains in the top of the volcano. Okay, that's the purple-throated hummingbird. Purple-throated, yes, if you see, when the light reflects its feathers, they show up another type of color. That is called
purple-throated hummingbird.
Now they're coming. They stop its metabolism at night because some of them live on the top of the mountain where it's very cold in order to survive.
So not really much in the way of rain here. They get their moisture from the humidity from the clouds. We're seeing tons of moss, tons of lichen around. I think we've got really good air quality. Our guide is down there. I see we're going down a series of switchbacks here.
In these areas,
Tons of spider webs on this tree. I guess our guide said at night it reflects the light and that draws in the insects. So of course, opportunistic spiders, they eat well.
It's like a little waterfall.
Yeah, I hear some large water in the distance. I also hear some hoots and hollers of people ziplining in the distance.
Could be howler monkeys. No, kidding.
So they do have these bridges marked. These are not the big ones. He said we are coming to some much bigger, taller bridges. So bridge number 3 is a bit longer. Our guide is offering to take pictures of people as you go stand out on the bridge. Now's when we start to get that little bit of wiggle on. Take a small pause here so we can admire the river and get a little bit of history. They do have a drinkable water station in this zone where you can grab a cup if you need. Not from the river, but from like a water cooler. Yeah, this little unit here. Well, we've rested up. Let the walking continue. Well, they get river crabs, river shrimp, and tilapia out of these waters. There are a good number of bird watchers on this tour. They've got their guides. We've seen them walking around using the Merlin app, so this must be a good zone to come to. We've chosen the right tour for Birdwatching today.
Absolutely. And I did download the map for Costa Rica, but I left my phone on the ship. So we're just going to have nice, clean pictures, and I'll do all that later. It's fine.
We've got some lichen on the trees up here. I liken that lichen. A little bit of ascent here. I see another bridge. Oh, I see. That leads to the short trail. No, we are here for the long trail today.
that is nice.
So this is bridge number 4. Yeah, this is the longest one we've seen so far. Ooh, the further you go, the more it swings.
You really have to use your sea legs for sure. But, you know, you're in the air.
Yeah, he said, take our time on this one. Photos, well, 5 or 10 minutes, but take our time. So I think we're making our way to the end, turning around, coming back across, because the guide said he would wait at the beginning.
I'd say if you're scared of heights, look away.
Yeah, and use those wrist straps on those cameras.
We're way up here, yeah, for sure.
Keep our eyes peeled for any nature. Sometimes you might see mammals here, but they said they usually come out in the morning and eat and then hide. Go digest. Slow and steady across this thing. We're coming into a nice dark forested area here at the other end. Now, there was an escape path over there, but apparently it's a little too muddy and dangerous, so we are doing a flip around, and then there's one more bridge between us and the end of the road. Now we'll make our way back to that short route bridge that we saw earlier, because I guess that is much safer right now. This one is numbered 6. Oh, we can see up to the bungee platform from this bridge. Yeah, I saw that drop. That was a long way down back there. So next up, back to the bird viewing deck, and then food. Oh wait, there's a number 7. This bridge is not quite as long. There's a lot of bridges here. That's brought us back out to the hummingbird area. So they said we can hang out here as long as we want and then wander toward the buffet.
So we're pretty much done with the hiking part and the bridges part. It was fantastic. Perfect weather for this. I wouldn't call it strenuous, but you definitely have to be able to climb stairs, and there's some steep areas, some slippery areas, and then not have a fear of heights because you can't really do anything about those bridges. Hello. It's really cool. The variety of birds has been insane, but they don't really have a lot of the mammals here. Just capuchin monkeys live in the forest and maybe a few other, but nothing to really be scared of anyway. So awesome experience.
All right, let's check out this lunch. Take a stop back by this log. We have about an hour until we're going to leave, so that's plenty of time to look at more birds and then eat.
You would think we're in an aviary where they're just captured, but this is nature and it's so vibrant. I am just astonished right now.
Well, we do have a little mammal friend down there. A little rodent.
He's cute.
Well, hands have been washed. Let's join the line. I see. You just tell them what you want on your plate and they'll dish it up for you.
Yummy, yummy.
Delicioso. They've got some fun beverages over here. We're not quite sure what they are, but we'll get one of each and try them.
And for those that are wondering, the water is very safe to drink. We will not have a repeat of Peru for poor Dee.
No, we do not need another maracuya incident. So you did have a choice of meat. We both actually opted for fish. There was also, I believe, a pork option and a chicken option. Mm-hmm. Rice, beans, plantains, a salad with tomato, lots of vegetables. Yeah. So the juices were tamarind and mango. They've also got a coffee station. Well, we've still got more time, so let's sneak back in to see more birds. A side note, that coffee was good.
Best I've ever had.
Gosh, one of the other guides here is giving out some banana plantains or something. Oh, gosh.
She's got 3 baby friends.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, they're refilling the food. Oh, they tried. The birds were very excited about that. There's some success. Well, that's a weird looking bird right there. Yeah, time to load back up and find more fun. We have made it to our toileting and souvenir and garden stop. I am greeted with socks as soon as I come in.
Meant to be.
So we'll have about 35 total minutes here. I believe they said there was a butterfly area you could look at. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's perfect. Turtle fan. You're a fan of turtles.
That would be a good thing to have, actually.
Looks like they've got coffee samples here as well. And we learned a lot about bananas and coffee on the ride here. I think we found the chocolate section.
We learned that the best coffee is grown in the mountains, which is why it's so good in Costa Rica.
Where's the best chocolate grown? Right here?
Probably. Among. Yeah.
Guess we'll stroll over here toward the garden itself, the namesake of this place. Oh, this garden is on the side of a hill. We've got all sorts of sculptures, topiaries, pura vida, Yo amo Costa Rica. What has Nature D found?
More birds.
More birds?
You know, I can't get enough, so. These ones are all preening themselves. Oh, thank you, but turn to the camera.
Hello. Gosh,
Good
hello
morning.
to you too.
Good afternoon to you.
Hey, preening birds.
Wow, you have a cool haircut.
Gosh, you do have a fun do. Yeah, we learned a lot about how they used to haul things using ox carts, and they said we might see some oxen, is that the right word? Ollie oxen free. And of course, you can't forget the rooster. It won't let you forget. You are a tired little friend. Got another bigger, tireder friend over here. I see some sheep in the background. Yeah, this is just a nature-filled day. And that rooster. We got peacocks. I think I just saw a horse snoot poke out down here. Let's get closer to the sheep. Oh, okay. Horses first, because, you know, babies take precedence. Well, maybe there's some sheep babies, too. I don't know.
There
Gosh.
are. Hi. Hello?
Who do we have down here? That's the snoot I saw sticking out a minute ago.
No, don't eat your. Well,
I mean,
you're
it
supposed
looks
to eat what's
delicious.
inside.
You have one blue
Oh,
eye
your
and
eye
one
is
dark
beautiful.
eye.
I just noticed that.
When you're not busy eating your trough, you can show us that.
Aw, so pretty. Hey,
Hay is for horses. Dee's made a friend.
you're beautiful.
Well, we got a plump little piggy friend over here next to the sheep. This is a little snoring pig.
Oh, it is. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard him do that.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just isn't the same. Oh, I just noticed this first pen said Texas Longhorn, so all that stuff I said about ox, just ignore that if that was not an ox. Whoops. Well, this, I know, is an ox cart. I might not know an ox from a cow, but
You know a cart.
I know a cart when I see one.
Winning.
Let's check out the butterfly garden. Well, they've got the section here where you can see the various chrysalises.
Oh, hello. I've been blessed. It landed right on me. That was cool. Aww.
Got another butterfly that
Okay.
loves Dee.
I didn't technically touch it, so it touched me.
There's the feeding zone. No, one just landed on my shoulder, but I was not prepared to capture that moment. Look, now, it's not my fault if a butterfly touches me, okay?
That's what I say.
There's a list of ones that you might see in here. So normally this butterfly garden costs extra, but I guess guests of this tour are allowed to come in here.
Bonus, so that's pretty cool. This is gorgeous.
See, we're blue like the butterflies, and I think they like
so.
that.
We're also tall like a tree, so
Not
win-win.
wrong. Yeah, but this is cute. There's a nice little winding path. Pretty decent sized butterfly garden.
Yeah, it doesn't feel overcrowded at all, which is nice.
I see you down here reading the rules, butterfly. Good job. No touching. There's a slightly better angle so we can see the scale and the structure of this place. Down here to the exit area. We found a not quite yet a butterfly.
Also known as a caterpillar.
Don't worry, one day you will be a beautiful butterfly.
That was good.
Nature D has
Yeah.
found a friend. I had to turn the brightness up so bright the walls of the building are blinding, but at least we can see our kitty friend in the shadows.
Aw, it's cute.
So now a little bit of shopping, a little bit of restrooming, and then back to the ride. Nothing like a little shameless self-promotion while we're here. Okay, no, let me not play with the letters. All kinds of cool jewelry. Time to ride. Exciting and new. We are back.
So tonight is casual night, but it's also 80s night, but I'm not doing that theme, so I'm just wearing what I want. We'll start with a necklace. This was actually a lovely subscriber gave me a whole slew of shells that he collected and makes into jewelry on our group cruise. So this is one of those, and it's like changeable pieces, so you'll see a few throughout the outfits of the day. The dress I bought at Primark, I think in Boston. Primark is coming into the US more, and I highly recommend it. They have amazing pieces. The belt I've had for years and years, and I think it's from Amazon. I don't know if it actually goes, but I'm like, it's kind of fun, so we'll wear it. And then the shoes are my Crocs, just the sandals. That's it.
Good evening. Freshness and cleanness and getting out of this cabin because the cabin is warm.
Hotness.
Yeah, like I feel like the air does okay most of the day, but we've had this phenomenon right around 2 to 2:30 where it feels like it just creeps up in temperature no matter where we are or what the weather is outside.
Granted, we have a balcony and the sun is pouring in, but
Yeah.
I think it's an internal thing, yeah.
Well, we'll see. So I don't know that we need too many words about the tour because we kind of talked about it in the moment. You guys saw what we did. There was so much nature.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, highly recommend. It was awesome. Again, not for mobility challenge though.
Oh, no.
And if you're afraid of heights, don't do it. But if you're a bird lover, oh my gosh, do it.
Yeah, and it was booked through the cruise line because we said at the beginning it was a ship tour. So, y'all, let's leave this cabin and go do some stuff. There's fun stuff going on. 80s theme might be involved. Let's do it.
We should.
Let's set up in the Explorer's Lounge for the Loyalty Cocktail Hour and do a little bit of work.
And now it's time for the dinner. We just finished up some music trivia, which we won. We got a Princess water bottle. We were going to go upstairs because they're having an 80s party, but y'all, they just turned on Back to the Future here. And I think, well, Dee's still working. We're going to watch Back to the Future, so we'll see you in a little while when this is over, and we're going to try to catch maybe a future 80s party on this voyage. Because this is a good movie, okay? We have come back to the cabin to find paperwork for tomorrow. Oh, and they're going to be doing some balcony de-rusting tomorrow morning.
Good night.
Oh, it is night. Yo, I don't even know what time of day it is.
It's definitely time for bed.
I time traveled and went back to the evening instead of the night because Back to the Future, y'all.
It's its favorite movie. Like 1,000%.
Probably so. I have a few, but that is definitely top like 3.
Yeah.
So we really don't have much to talk about other than dinner.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So you started with some Caribbean black bean soup.
This was delicious. It had so much flavor. It also had like, I would call it like hamburger meat. I don't really know what the meat was, but that's what I'm going to say. Some parsley on top, lots of veggies in there. Just very comforting.
Caribbean hamburger meat.
I don't know.
I got some jalapeno poppers. Now, each one of those was actually half of a jalapeno, a whole lot of cheese, and then fried. Not super spicy. One was a little spicier than the other, but relatively mild. Yum, yum. Love a jalapeno popper. There's some greenery for you.
It was called a potato salad with octopus. I was expecting like, you know, home-style country potato salad with some octopus on it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll try it. But I'm actually happy it wasn't that because it's a little bit lighter. It was actually just like a salad with little bits of potatoes, some olives, and some really well-seasoned and cooked octopus, which was delicious.
Now, I ordered the asparagus. It didn't come, but I was okay with that. So there is no picture of asparagus. It did not get eaten. Let's jump to your seafood.
Frito misto. It was fish of some sort. I want to say it was like pollock. some shrimp and some calamari with remoulade and like shrimp sauce. What do you call it?
Okay, like cocktail sauce?
Cocktail
there you
sauce.
go.
I'm like, what is it called? It was really good. The calamari were unfortunately a little rubber bandy. It's super hard to get them not like that when you cook them. But the flavor was great and everything else was delicious.
I got the beef dish, which was thinly sliced beef. It had tortilla chips, it had rice, it had peppers, it had corn, it had a lot going on. It had a chipotle rub on it. It was good overall. Cooked nicely medium, a little avocado on top, just a boom of flavor in your mouth. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I always feel awkward eating like a little wheel of corn like that, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You got a passion fruit thing.
No sugar added passion fruit. I don't remember what they called it, but it's basically like a cream cake with passion fruit, like dipping sauce on the side. It was delicious. It was super moist, and the passion fruit curd, I think we'll call it that, was so flavorful, and I was really happy with this as a no sugar added dessert.
I was a little experimental tonight because there is a new, I guess, dessert concept going. It's called Cecile, which I guess is the name of the pastry chef. I haven't done much research on it. But they've reinvented the Love Boat Dream into a pistachio, which I'll have to try at some point. But I got the Courbe by Cecile. Now, I don't know what a courbe is supposed to be. A lot of the desserts have had these fun names. It was basically a nice decadent chocolate mousse with a slightly lighter chocolate cream on top and a couple little meringue pieces and maybe some red velvet cake sprinkled around the plate. Very, very chocolatey, so it definitely scratched that itch. I enjoyed this overall. If you are a chocolate fan, courbe it up.
And they do put a description about what's involved in making it. So, you're not totally in the dark.
True. Speaking of in the dark, it's bedtime.
I am so tired. My back hurts from the bus. It was a long ride, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, so bedtime, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. Good night.